I hope everybody listening realizes that we are the podcast.
We are the podcast. We're coming at you live from our separate homes, New York, Los Angeles, the city of angels, the Big Apple, to tell you that we've got a guest. We've got a guest on this podcast by the name of Zack. Go.
Andre Hyland.
Hello.
Andre, go. We've had about 10 minutes of tech issues, so we're all coming in strained, I would say.
Kind of manic. We're doing sort of a COVID callback with this episode because I missed those times. Oh my God.
Don't say that.
Oh, they were the best times.
They were the best. Do you remember Andre, I don't know where you were in your life, but do you remember the summer of COVID, the sluttiest summer of all time? Was it like that in LA?
Oh man, I ended up, I got to escape the planet and I got like the golden ticket. I got to go to New Zealand
Elon?
in August.
Oh.
No, not that.
Elon?
You got to hang out with, oh my God, Mars?
No, I got to go to New Zealand, but I was in LA from March until August. So I was there for a good chunk of like all the chaos, but I got to escape before it just like settled into like absolute dystopian, regularity.
Wow, everyone
there
says that New Zealand and Australia were like the best places to be during COVID because no one had it, so it was just normal.
And everybody's really hot there, so it's almost like a double whammy.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. Yeah. Did you find that everyone was hot in New Zealand?
No, I found everybody was reasonable there.
Oh.
I don't even mean that. I don't mean
6 and 7s?
No.
A scale from 1 to 10.
I don't mean that in a physical sense. I meant that like culturally, everybody there was very reasonable. Whereas I think the United States people are more like, I don't know, exciting and loud, but also like really like not reasonable and assholes too. And in New Zealand, it was just like even keel.
But what did they look like?
We don't care about their temperament. I can't imagine caring about a person's temperament.
There were a lot of
1 out of 10.
A lot of fit people that like outdoor stuff. Yeah.
Sold. Okay,
Awesome.
I'll be going. Yeah.
Awesome, and that's huge. And for you to sort of see on the news the world crumbling and be in one of the hotbeds of hot people, I mean, that must have felt good, no?
No, it was awesome. It was like, it felt surreal, honestly. It was like you got there, they took procedures like seriously, because I had to go into like a 2-week, like we were in a hotel for 2 weeks that was like guarded by the Air Force. And
that's
then
crazy.
To be like quarantined, you got into the country, and then they would bus you to like this like marina area where we were able to like walk back and forth in this fenced area for like a half hour, 40 minutes to get like exercise. Then they would bus us back to this like hotel that was surrounded by fences and some Air Force people. And that was for
sounds
2
like
weeks.
prison.
That sounds like prison, yeah.
It was the most
where they let you go work out in the yard
on the planet, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got in New York City, COVID summer. I mean, because sluts love nothing more than a barrier. And, we had like a lot of, like things to work around. So I would say in the gay community, we didn't find out COVID happened till like September, okay? Like the way we were actually on Grindr. Okay?
You were already on monkeypox at that point. It was like 3 years later.
we were doing a second one, okay?
Okay, so Andre, you're in LA.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Quick intro, elevator pitch yourself to us.
Why should we like you and your amazing hair? Damn it, I gave you
Why
one.
should we join your cult?
Reason there.
You do have amazing hair. During this sound check, I did want to say that it looks really good.
Oh,
amazing, incredible, awe-inspiring. I would say that's how good the hair is.
Well, it's been a lifelong battle. It's been appreciated and hated on. Seems to be the two zones it lands in with people.
The great
as a childhood, it was like as a child during my childhood. A lot of compliments from adults, a lot of hate from kids. It seemed to be the way it was doled out. And then,
kids are hateful little fuckers, though. Adults know where it's at.
I have a question. I used to have long, luxurious hair. I'm not like as well. Okay, similarly. And I did find that actually women like it a lot more than men. So I don't know, you seem like you're straight. I don't want to assume.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's worked out for me in adulthood that like that seems to be the case. And then like I got to really learn how to like take care of my hair through girlfriends. Is basically
those are the things we know. Those are the skills we own, which is hair oil, face oil, body oil. What can you put oil on? What can you not put oil on? That is, I mean, girls have to be good at something, and it's really generally oil based.
No, it's true. Even with cooking, like I learned to go to avocado oil. You know what
exactly
I mean? So
right.
just oils across all.
Oils across the board. Episode 2.
I don't know. I use beef tallow on my face, and beef tallow is gonna go ahead and be butter made from a cow, and I rub that shit on my face, and I think it's working. So.
Isn't butter
Jiffy Lube now? I know, like to go with synthetic instead of regular because it lasts longer. So you know.
Isn't butter always made from a cow? I guess that's my question.
Oh. Then what am I putting on my face? It's some kind of goo they get from the cow. I don't know how they get it. Okay.
It's butter. That is what you're saying, the definition of butter.
I know, but it works. Look at my skin.
That's not what we're arguing about.
I would just say I use beef tallow. I'm a huge on no synthetic things, and all my girlies are using like petroleum-based products, which I'm like, okay, how can that work?
And you're dolloping like homemade yogurt on your face and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
okay, you gotta get that good funk. If it doesn't have a funk to it, it's not doing nothing. That's my philosophy.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into some quick fire questions just to get to know you.
Sure.
Yeah, he actually never said anything about himself.
Yeah, okay. Right.
We cut you off immediately.
I'll give you a
talk
quick
about butter.
rundown. From Cincinnati originally, been in LA for ages now.
Where is Cincinnati?
Where's Cincinnati?
Yes.
It's in Southern Ohio. It's I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Cincinnati.
In New Jersey, we don't study what Ohio is.
Okay, well,
it's a lot. Hey, Cincinnati sounds cool.
Cincinnati's a great place. I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you. It's got really good chili. I like the chili there.
I believe you.
If a girl had that name, she'd be hot. We can all agree there.
Yes.
If her name was Skyline or if her name was Chili. Or
Chili.
I didn't know which one. I just didn't know which one.
I'm in Cincinnati, but Skyline. I don't know if
Chili.
Oh, that's my girl Skyline right there. You know,
she's fucking crazy.
She has a boat.
Okay, keep going.
From Cincinnati, I've directed movies and television, and I act and I do comedy. I hate saying do comedy, but like I would say stand up, but I always do characters, but I don't do sketch. So it's like stand up nights as the characters I come up with. But mostly I host a talk show as a character I do, named Jesse Miller. That doesn't tell you much about it, but those are sort of like the bullet points, I guess. Yeah.
And how old are you? And as well as how tall are you?
This is Hollywood. I'm not telling you that information.
Good. That was a trick. That was a trick.
That was a trick, and you passed.
Okay, you can go. You can go to the island. Okay, yeah, that's
fine. We're invited to the island.
But what's your star sign? Not that I believe in it, but I do at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, Cancer.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. That is good for men. That means that you're emotionally crazy on the inside, but really kind of even keeled on the outside.
That's right.
Would you agree?
Right.
Would you agree that fits to your personality?
I think I'm emotionally crazy, but I'd say I'm even keel on the outside.
So what's going on the inside?
Well, I mean, I'd say more emotions than you're allowed to see, but not crazy. Yeah.
Well, is it a maelstrom of swirling emotions?
I mean, probably. There's probably some there by default, right?
But is it a maelstrom of swirling emotions?
Well, every male in my family is a Cancer, okay? And they're usually like a crab. You guys know crabs? You ever heard of them? They're hard exterior, gooey on the inside. So you seem like you have a sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I have a tough exterior. I guess that's what. But like, I guess I'm like, I mean, it depends on what tax bracket of emotion we're talking about. I guess like I'm happy to like chat and talk and get into things. But then I guess sometimes too, when people get like so upset about things, I'm like, oh my God, have some dignity. Save it for private time. I don't know.
Oh, that's. Am I right? Like, save that shit for your moleskin. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Go cry in the corner. That's none of my business. I would say that's also our vibe.
Yeah. It's not like, I don't know. Like, for example, whatever. I remember, speaking of COVID earlier, I remember like 2 days into it and like, whatever. Everybody had their own experience with shit, blah, blah, blah. But I remember it was like 2 days into it and Josh Gad comes on the internet and he like gives this whole speech about it's okay to cry. I'm like, yeah, it's totally okay to cry. Like, I don't need you to tell me that. Also, like, dude, like, I don't know your situation, but you seem like you're doing all right. I think you can cope through the fucking pandemic okay. Like, I don't need you crying 3 days in. Like, I mean, like, if you want to cry, go ahead. But it started with, he was like, I was crying and I thought, people need to see this. It's like
all right.
It's like, that's twisted, man. Like
no one needs to see this,
no one
honey.
needs to see that. It's like the people that don't know it's okay to cry when you're having an emotion aren't gonna be. This isn't gonna appeal to them anyway. Like some plea from you, and then the people that already know that and don't need you to tell us that it's okay.
Yeah, I've been crying for years. Okay, before that. Okay.
That is so true. That was such a moment during COVID when every celebrity with a pool in the background and like a 30 Peloton, and everyone was like, this is so scary. I feel so claustrophobic. And it's just marble behind them.
We'll get through it, y'all. Sip, sip, sip. Like,
Yeah. It's like, thanks, Josh Gad. Thanks for letting me know. Like, all right. I know. Not that anybody in any stage of whatever can't have, emotions be bummed about shit. But just the whole, like, I was crying. And I thought, hey, I might be able to share this and get some likes and some clicks and some, whatever. It's just like,
what if I get this online?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh my God.
Well, I just missed.
Just guy cruising around with a leaf blower who's like, I don't know, like, I don't know if you can hear it. If not, that's great.
That's beautiful. That means you have land, so that's such a brag.
Well,
that's actually cool. You're like a cowboy.
I was like, it's a good timing.
Oh, that's
why it's okay to cry, guys. Oh shit, there's a leaf blower. Hold on.
Hold on. I have. It's active pandemic, but I have people working on my lawn. Hold on. Are you drinking a diet root beer?
Yeah, man. Well, not diet. Well, I mean, it depends. It's sugar free. Like, it tastes way more like A&W than the diet ones do.
I've been looking for goddamn zero sugar root beer for literally so long. I kind of assume they stopped making it.
It's good. They don't have it at the bougie groceries. You have to just go to like Ralph's or
a truck stop. Yeah.
Or whatever. But no, sugar free. This is really good. Because I used to drink
took my breath away.
So much soda, and then I weaned off of it, and I don't drink any real soda anymore. But then a friend hit me to these sugar free A&Ws. So if you're looking for that, I recommend these. We'll probably find out there's some terrible chemical in it that's horrible for us, but.
Before you said that, I was like, "Are you working for them?" But now I know you wouldn't be allowed to say what you just said. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I drink Diet Cokes medicinally. That's my thing. Where I could only drink it as medicine. That's only when it's allowed. Never for pleasure. So if I'm like on death's door, I'm on set, I'm about to do a show, and I need something. I need really like an antibiotic, I drink a Diet Coke.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a perfect.
There's something digital about the flavor of Diet Coke that I literally love.
Yes.
Oh, you love it. See, I used to drink so much Coke, but Diet Coke I never got into. I'd always like, all of them taste like chemicals when you step away from them for a minute. But Diet Coke always tasted like chemicals to me, even when I just like was drinking soda a ton. But I just didn't.
No, I think that's why I like it. It's like chewing on an iPad.
Plastic.
Okay.
It's the microplastics. You taste them. They really come through in the tannins.
Yeah, in the notes.
Yeah, it's like that blue dress or gold dress. It's like either that chemical taste appeals or it doesn't. It's just like going to hit you or not.
Like cilantro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's another one. Yeah.
Do you have the cilantro gene?
Well, I put soap on all my food anyway, so I'm into it.
So it's just a flavor you enjoy.
Yeah. I've always put
I'm the
straight
same way
onto things.
Yeah, I get that.
I have the gene where you taste cilantro as soap, but I still want it, baby. I like it. I like the soapy flavor.
I get that.
Oh, no one's into that? Okay, fuck it all.
We all just agreed. Don't get mad. We all just agreed.
We're just digesting that information and accepting it. That's all.
Give us a second. Right. Okay, he's a Cancer and I'm going through something. Okay, give us a second.
All right, guys. Well, we should just jump into our first segment. We do this, loosen up the vibes, because these vibes are so not loose. Am I right? We're talking about anything. Gabby, we're going to do What Are We Serving, right?
Yes. What Are You Serving is like, sort of, did you go to theater school? How'd you get into acting? No.
I was homeschooled for a few years, and me and my siblings started making like videos with our video camera. And that's how I got into it.
You were homeschooled?
From 4th through 7th grade, yeah.
That's good. Homeschooling can go either way. It's either like really cool and socially adjusted or not at all. So I think you did it.
We weren't there for religious reasons, which I didn't even realize was a thing for a long time, or I didn't even think about it, because we were there just because me and my two brothers had dyslexia. Oh, I still have it, but like it was just like schools were not working out for us, and then our parents were just like, all right, we're going to try this. And then we did that for a few years.
That's beautiful.
Did you still get recess?
I mean, oh yeah.
You're already in the yard?
I mean, we'd spend a lot of time. I mean, we learned stuff, but like we would do like a lot of time would just be spent like walking up to like Subway and getting sandwiches, or like going to the store and getting soda, or going to like a Reds game or something like that. The Reds are a baseball team that plays in this place called Cincinnati.
Never heard of it.
What's that?
But I have heard of Subway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that shit. A veggie delight.
Good.
It's like a glass of water. Oh, it's so fresh.
Subway is hydrating, I would describe.
Yeah.
Yep, think about it.
What's your go-to at Subway?
A veggie delight.
Oh, gosh.
Me and Gabby get veggie delights anytime we pass one of those things.
I would always get meatball subs, but now all I want from
Classic.
Subway now is cookies. Like I don't like the sandwiches, or can all go in the trash pretty much, but the cookies are so good.
The cookies are
The bread smell is starting to turn my stomach. I remember when I was
Yeah.
a kid, that was a very welcoming scent, that plastic styrofoam bread smell.
Yeah, I feel it's gotten worse. It's not just like getting like a more whatever, like refined palate or changing
Refined
palate as
nose,
you get
you would
older.
say?
Yeah, I think the quality of their bread just has gone downhill. Remember, like Domino's had that big thing where they're like, we heard people say our crust sucks. So they like changed it like 12 years ago or whatever, and then it got
You
better.
got us. It's a bad product. Like,
It
how
sucked.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Subway
like-
needs to do that, or they did the opposite. They're like, how can we make this bread cheaper and like get more out? I mean, they got in
So
trouble
true.
for putting like the elasticity that goes in yoga mats was an ingredient in their bread for a while. Do you not remember?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not making
and-
this
What?
up. Like
That's
yeah,
true.
It's since got like taken out of it because people were like, why am I eating yoga mats? Like, you know.
See, that's
so
what it takes. We're actually in Europe. Subway bread can't even be classified as bread because it's
that right?
not made in the same process so it's like wheat product. So it's like
Yeah,
come grab
yeah.
a wheat product sub. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Do you
like
re-
cheese product. Yeah, but
Do you
bread.
remember when the tuna they came out legally, it couldn't be called tuna
Oh wow.
in
No,
Subway?
I never ate their tuna subs, but because it would come out like ice cream scoopers and
Yep.
tuna product dollops.
Oh god.
And the guy was a pedophile. The guy.
Oh,
And he was as well as
Yeah.
well as him being a pedophile on top of
Jared,
everything else.
yeah.
Jared.
If you know he wasn't at Epstein's Island, he was doing it pro bono on the streets, guerrilla style. Okay, yeah.
He was in
Not only-
Orlando, Florida. Like he was not on an island somewhere.
Not only was he a huge pedophile, Subway also had him as their spokesperson because he lost a lot of weight eating sandwiches.
That's true.
Which is an even more heinous crime. Can we all
Yeah.
agree right now into a microphone that is more heinous?
No fucking
Okay.
way,
Bullshit
dude.
anyway, because he's like, it's like, look at me in the 90s. These were my pants then. It's like everybody had baggy ass pants in the 90s, Jared. That's not a flex.
Yeah.
Also, you probably lose a lot of weight chasing kids around, you goddamn creep.
Yeah, I want to see his steps. I want to see his steps to see.
Yeah, they were from he lost those steps. He got those steps chasing school buses, apparently.
You're going around the Six Flags water park a lot. Yeah. Like,
Fucking Jared.
Splash zone. Fucking Jared.
Talk about a branding fail.
Seriously. That being said, we'd love to have him on the pod. So, Jared, if you
Yeah.
are listening,
if you're ready for a comeback into media. Yeah.
we encourage it.
They have Olympic athletes and like NFL stars and Jared. It's like, just go with the people that being fit as their profession. That works. Like, I don't know. Maybe they learn their lesson. I don't know.
I think Jared is a trailblazer, but we're gonna do our segment, What Are You Serving? Which is just really what energy are you bringing to the world today? This could be ethereal. This could be set on the earthly plane. This could be really anything. Use that homeschool imagination.
Like literally today or
Right now in this
general.
moment.
In this moment, in
The
space
past
and
isn't
time.
real. The future will never
has
happen.
yet to happen.
What am I serving today?
Yeah.
I don't know. Trying to be productive. I did something today where I heard something on a podcast and got some advice recently also that like it's good to, what was it? I'm already forgetting it. Like don't look at a
Amazing.
screen or don't do
Podcast.
anything on the internet for the first hour of your day.
I do that.
Because I guess all your little dopamines get spent looking at dumb shit. and you can't use it to be productive. So instead of doing that, like I made a breakfast for myself, which I do often. I mean, not that someone else is gonna make me a breakfast, but like took the time to make something nice rather than just like eat something quick. And then I wrote for an hour. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I guess I'm gonna get whatever. Legitimately, that's the answer. Yeah, it was like I'm gonna start the day for an hour, not looking at anything on the internet, and I'm gonna
wellness.
Yeah,
you're serving Gwyneth
Goop.
Paltrow.
Yeah.
that's right. This is my goop. You know,
This is her Goop moment.
that's where I
can look
found
like
these
anything.
A&W root beers. Actually, it was on the Goop website.
That was $150. That can.
It was, yeah. Well, before taxes and shipping, yeah.
It was close.
It's
closer
a lot
to 185.
Yeah. 193.
No, that's
incredible.
good to start your day that way. I usually start my day by looking directly at my phone, and then there's 100 hot guys on my Instagram who immediately send me into sort of a whirlwind of despair. I've been, catch this, unfollowing them, switching them to my Finsta account.
So this is like on Instagram, not like a dating app kind of thing.
Oh no, the dating apps, that's not real. These hot hunks on Instagram, that's real.
That's
okay. I just follow way too many CrossFit athletes, and at this point it's like doing crack every morning at the beginning of the day. And it just sets you off. So I actually today meditated instead, can you believe?
Oh wow. There you go. I never meditate. Well, I don't know. I always consider like, can laying in bed for 10 minutes just being awake but not doing anything count as meditating?
Yes.
Okay, then I meditate all the time.
Then I'm meditating right now.
No, but yes. Yeah.
I don't look at my phone till noon. That's that's my habit.
But you wake up at like 11:30.
Exactly right.
yeah. Fuck it.
Way to catch my drift immediately.
Got my ass.
Got my ass. Okay, what are 3 words that describe you?
I guess skinny.
Hell yeah, bragging.
That was
Well, I don't
awesome.
know. Like,
That was more on brand than you
sometimes
can
people
even
get more
understand.
grief for being skinny than not. I don't know. My sister was like, I remember we were shopping for shirts, big shirt shopping day last year. And she was like,
When guys do it.
Hell yeah.
I was like, oh, crazy. Like, I thought normally my size would be between like a small and a medium typically, but then from this one place, it ended up being extra small. Well, I was like, that's crazy. They must just like run big on the sizes or something. Anyway, I was there with her and I'd bought one shirt from this place before that. And then I was like, yeah, I think it's extra small. My sister was like, no, it must be small. And I was trying it on. I was like, oh no, it doesn't fit right. And she was like, I don't know, you should just get the small instead of the extra small because you'll probably grow back into not looking weird. So I'd lost some weight, and I was like, I don't think I
You
look
have some
weird.
growing to do.
There's nothing worse
Weird looking.
than when your sibling says you look weird. It's a very specific sibling insult where they're like,
Yeah.
Like my brother will be like, your hair looks weird. And I'm like, I don't know even how to take that.
Yeah,
know?
and it wasn't even like, it's a bigger insult because it wasn't even intended to be. They were just speaking like honestly in the moment how they saw it. They're like,
Yeah,
it's a
"You'll probably gain
genuine
some weight again,
observation.
You won't look weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, you'll probably gain a little weight back and fit that shirt. It's like, no, you'll probably not look weird in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said she was saying you'll grow into it one day. And it's like, I love being a grown man being like, when I grow up, I'll feel like...
No, I mean, yeah, I've always been pretty skinny, but I did lose some weight in the last year, but I don't think I look like a bone with a nose or something like that. You know what I mean?
You look amazing. You look amazing. What did you do
Well, I
to
was looking
lose
for
this
that,
weight?
but thanks. I just started eating healthier, I guess, or just cut out some garbage, I guess, really. Yeah. And just
Hell yeah.
exercised more routinely rather than like, I should exercise. Like I worked it into my routine, I guess. And yeah, that's mostly it. Yeah.
That's so Los Angeles.
Yeah, you probably absorb it through osmosis in Los Angeles.
You can't help it here. After a while, it catches up with you. Because all my friends used to make fun of me and say, hey, like a stray cat. And just all I'd eat is like Arby's and Subway and like Mountain Dew and stuff like that for
What kind of
years.
stray cat is living like
Yeah,
that?
a god. That's a trailer park god.
But I think just like not eating that stuff anymore has just made me healthier, like.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
But I like how you did work back in the A&Ws. That's what's important to me about this story.
Well, as the brand ambassador for A&W sugar-free root beer, I have to, you know what I mean? Like, I'll lose my sponsorship with Peak and everything.
I have to mention it every 10 minutes. Yeah.
I want one.
So, well, you said name 3 things.
3 things. Skinny.
Skinny.
Skinny. I think, well, whatever. I'm sure other people run into crazier things, but I seem to attract like, I don't know, it sounds such bullshit when I say it about myself, but it's like I'll go hang out with friends that I haven't seen in a while, and like some crazy person will approach us, or we'll see someone, I don't even know, like someone throwing up milk or something like that, or someone will like threaten us. It'll be some bizarre interaction with a stranger or something we witness. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Then my friends will be like, that shit only happens when I'm with you. And I've lived here forever and I've never seen that. Like when I was in New York this summer, walked down the street and there was some woman fully like naked from the waist down, just fully having a jam session on herself. And
rock and roll.
Just walked
Sorry
by.
about that, by the way.
Well, whatever. But I was like, whatever. It was certainly a sight or whatever. But then my friends that lived there were like, I never see that. And now I'm with you. And I was like, I don't know. Like, but then... Anyway, that's just for an example, but I don't know how to quantify that. And
Chaos magnet?
Yeah, maybe you're a maenad.
Well, what is that? A what head?
A maenad?
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Everyone has
Gabby,
been begging
please.
me. Everyone has been begging me to stop talking about maenads, but let me just do it one more time. A maenad is a Greek, ancient Greek demon, basically, that follows Dionysus, which is the god of pleasure and chaos ultimately. So it means you're a demon of chaos.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
And I mean, hey, God, whoever she might be, it's a guy. It's a guy. I think, he makes you reflect what you are on the inside. You know what I mean? So I bet you're insane on the inside.
Oh, well, I do enjoy, I enjoy walking around and like, just like, I don't know, enjoy watching humanity take place when it's like good, bad, and indifferent. I think it's just super interesting. And then a lot of like the hidden camera character stuff I would do in the past would be kind of like, I don't know, like a CVS parking lot dweller kind of like vibe. And I think like, this wasn't my theory. I've been sort of not accused, but like suggested to me.
Accused.
Like since I like
indicted
into that shit or like observe it and kind of like recreate it in other places for, TV and whatever projects and shit. And like that, like there's some frequency that those people know that I'm on, and they're like, "Hey, he's into it," and then they come up to me, and that's how it's been described back at me.
It's like a dog whistle.
I'd be like, there might be some truth to that because like they're like that guy all of a sudden want to make eye contact with you and talk to you. It's like I wasn't trying to make eye contact with him. I like glanced at his existence, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, okay," and like came over to me,
shit.
And they're like,
I couldn't help but making eye contact with him. Yeah. So are you gonna do a rendition of the woman doing a jam sesh on her downstairs?
You sure that should be a character?
It's cropped out. Yeah, that'll be my next character. Pantless woman in New York having a jam.
Watch.
Okay, so skinny, maenad, and then what's the third?
People say I'm nice.
Oh yay! Nice, awesome.
Totally.
So there's that. I don't know. Yeah. Those are three.
Okay, well, we want to ask you some crazy questions because we have to do that with every guest, so they're kind of like rapid fire.
I like cats.
So we're gonna have to
cats, but sorry, go ahead, rapid fire away.
I think that loops back to nice.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I think
cats are nice. It's a bundle.
Oh, just you're not a dog?
I don't dislike dogs. I'm just not like, oh man, can't wait to hang out with a dog.
But cats just blow your tits
Cats,
off.
if I see a cat, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go talk to this cat. I gotta pet this thing. I gotta go like
that energy that you're probably putting towards cats, you might be putting towards crazies as well. Just to sort of connect.
Oh, I gotta go talk to that thing.
You might be right. You might be right. They're like, oh, if I come in slow, he'll talk to me like a cat.
Oh, it's like you only like things when you can't get a read on them, because I feel like cats are very
mysterious.
Much like not letting you in.
Yeah, you gotta come in slow. You gotta give them a slow blink. You gotta, get low, take it slow.
Demons are the same way.
When dogs want everything and they give you everything, and it's like enough.
Yeah.
All right, like relax. Yeah. We have these rapid fire questions, so you have to answer immediately. First thing on your mind. Okay. So your new show, Laid, is about a girl on a quest to figure out why her exes are all dying.
Which is the best premise of all time, by the way. It's very.
I wish I could kill all my exes.
It's very good luck, Chuck.
I've never seen Good Luck,
but
Chuck.
the opposite.
It's Good Luck, Chuck, but they die.
Oh, okay.
Bad luck.
It's Chuck. Bad luck.
Okay. Andre, if you a serial killer.
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard of them? hot guys who do something naughty. Okay. What would be your signature that you leave on the body so everybody knew it was you?
Shit. What would I do? Leave on the body.
Yeah, so like the police discover the dead body and they're like, it was Andre. That
I'd probably leave a can of A&W caffeine-free root beer in their mouth. That's what I would do.
So sick.
Like the police are all there and they're like, who killed it? And then someone goes, Kss. It was Andre, you know?
They're like, it's the root beer killer.
Yeah. Oh,
No. Okay, perfect.
Gabby, what would you do today?
Today, I feel like I would give them like a balayage, and that's girl
So they
language.
wouldn't have any gray hair when they find the body?
Yeah, like I would give them paint on highlights. So
Okay, so you'd have to find
nice.
salt and pepper victims though to start with. That would be the thing.
yeah, I would have to find people whose hair is just like a disaster,
Yeah.
and they die and end up looking better. So I would just sort of paint on like a money piece and a couple little highlights, so it's not immediately noticeable. But when the cops are really studying the body, they're like, "It was Gabby," you know.
Yeah.
I'll say
Zach-
though,
I get that.
if I didn't have a root beer on me, I would paint their face to look like Darth Maul.
That's good. That's really good.
Mine's today what's hitting me is I think I would give them a bowl cut.
Oh shit.
Like put on a bowl,
Yes.
cut around the bowl. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I would do.
That would be
so
such
all
a bummer to be found dead with a bowl cut.
They're floating above their own body, like no,
fuck. The police
that looks
like
like shit.
the coroners
Would you
would be
cut
like,
their hair Would you cut their hair before you kill them as like a torture layer? Or
Yeah.
bingo, got it. No,
It's like-
no.
It's like
still.
Saw, but with like bad haircut or bad style.
Yeah, and I put on a
that's
shitty outfit.
a bolo tie.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, I really
that's
hate these
good.
people. Fuck. Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, now we're gonna go into some dating ones just because the show is about dating, and
Sure.
you don't have to divulge any personal information. This podcast is actually not about personal information. It's about mystery at its core.
Even though we're
What's
asking you
your
personal questions.
So other than all of the facts that we found out about you, let that leave,
Yeah.
okay? The biggest red flag you look for on a first date is?
First red. I guess I don't know if they're just like. I'm just trying to think of crazy things I've been on where it's just sort of like, I don't know, like way too eager or something. I don't know. I'm giving
your
like
dog
a vague
thing.
answer, but-
Cat.
Yeah.
This is a cat and dog situation.
It's your
again.
dog thing. You actually very much are. Yeah.
You're a cat boy.
I'd say probably too eager in a weird way. I would just be like, this is cool, but what does that mean? Are they this way with everybody? Is there like a whole trail of like situations behind this, or like, or someone mentions like all the ex-best friends they have?
Ex-best
is
friends
so-
is such a thing.
True. The ex-best friend mention is actually the biggest red flag of all for all humankind everywhere.
Yeah. Like someone can have one or two, but when someone has like a trail of them, or there's like every story they go into is a different ex-best friend, you're like, I'm starting to think you're probably the connecting.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I feel like on first dates, I try to bring up no evidence that I've ever had a negative interaction with somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be bringing up my
right.
friendship that went awry. I would be like,
Right,
I wouldn't even
right.
say that.
Yeah, it's like being at a job interview, like, I got fired from all these jobs, man. They're all a bunch of dumb assholes.
Fuck them, right? But I'm different.
Okay, well,
But I'm
it
different
happens
and I'm
everybody,
excited to be
here
here.
and there, but like, yeah.
That is so true. That's such a first date thing where you're like, nothing bad has ever happened to me, so I'm actually chilling out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't reveal any negative things until about your sixth date is what I say. If you
Six?
can.
I feel like you can drop things that you find annoying that might be a mutual thing to clown on together, that sort of
Yeah.
thing, something like that. But I'm not trying to like, I don't even, and in a typical, I guess, first date situation, I'd stay away from the negative for the most part.
Well, around the sixth date is when I want to see them angry. So I'm almost like want to see the other side, It's like, what does that look like? I want to know now,
right.
That's actually really good.
You need to see the other
Are
faces.
they going to be able to fight off the bowl cut? That's what you're wondering.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if they
That's
can't,
my dream
they
guy.
die.
Yeah, that's my dream guy is for me to try, but he gives me a bowl cut. Then I'm found the one,
Oh, it is so true. On the 6th date, you need a glimpse of the shadow.
That's true.
Does that mean the groundhog reveals all this like inner like crazy shit on Groundhog's Day if he sees his shadow?
The groundhog, that's my ex,
Yeah.
and he's really toxic. So keep that in mind.
I don't even want to see. He's my ex.
No, I don't. Like an hour in which direction? Like that's my ex.
Sorry, I interrupted. What's the next?
No, that was perfect. The perfect first date is.
Oh, like just hanging out, but like not doing anything and like, just like walking around a city, hanging out in the park, and then if things are going well, just like going back and like hanging out and like making out at the end of it. That would be the nice.
Making out.
Nice for a
Making
first date,
out.
For a first date. Yeah.
You need to kiss on every date is my opinion. I don't know if
Agree.
people share that, but like when I'm on a date, even if it's the worst date in the world, I will kiss the guy. Like I'm like, well, let's make out a little bit because I got out of my house. Like that's how I feel.
I feel like if it's something you're into, obviously by the end of the date, then it's great. But like
Nope.
Not always the case.
Well, I would say like I feel like if you don't kiss on the second date, I mean like it's there's like an awkward tension there. Like a first date that's fine, but sometimes you're like getting to know someone and I don't know, blah blah blah, and like I don't want to come off like aggressive or you know what I mean. Like it'll be obvious if someone wants to kiss anyway. But I'd say like I'd be happy to kiss at the end of the first date if I like the person. But if they don't want to, I'm like, okay, I'm down for a second date. But then if it doesn't happen after that, it's just kind of like, well, we're just kind of hanging out, which is fine. But like.
But I've enough friends.
But this is yeah. But this isn't like this is no longer a romantic endeavor.
If I don't get kissed at the end of the first date, I'm like, listen, I'll never see you again.
Really?
Because there needs to
need
be some sort of sexual tension on the first date.
Yeah.
The guy has to be trying to. Okay, you know what I mean? Like if I'm. Luckily for me, it's two guys are gay at the date.
Yeah, it's offense.
Yeah.
Offense.
Yeah.
Offense versus offense.
Yeah, it's sword v sword. Okay, and it's like
It's war.
Like,
It's
like-
war.
I'll be like, there's offense on the table if you'd like to partake, but I will not push it on you.
You're on the date, you just put the sword on the table, like
Yeah. You want a sword fight? I
don't know. Women are bow and arrows. I don't know.
I like kissing. I like kissing the guy on the first. I like being like, I'm cool, I'm chill, and I'm a woman in her power. And I'll be like, let's kiss. I like
that's
doing
great.
it.
Yeah. I remember I was hanging out with this one girl one time, and it wasn't a date, but we were hanging out, and she said to me, like, she's like, I always sometimes just want a guy to throw me against the wall and kiss me. And in my mind, I was like, hell no, I would never fucking do that. It was like,
Yeah, like,
let's just
you're
say you
trapped.
misgauge that. Now you're like assaulting someone. And it's like, I don't know.
That is true. And men do. There's actually a lot of men out there who do think that women want to be thrown against a wall. And oftentimes you're like, my back, ow, my back. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like
They
also
only
know
think
kind
that
of
because girls
stuff.
keep saying that. Maybe that's why.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like maybe during like sex after you've known each other or whatever, but at a certain point you're like, just kiss me at standing still. You don't have to throw me
that's
against
a big
brick.
swing. A first kiss, be like, I'm gonna slam him against the wall and kiss him. Like, what the fuck? Is this, some action movie or something? Like, give me a break. Yeah, or some.
Yeah.
Nah, gay guys are
something.
like that. Gay guys, we literally try to make it like an action movie. There's like henchmen, you know what I mean? Like there's
Okay,
a perfect first date is you take out 5 henchmen. That's my perfect one.
that's a gay first date standard.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the way you're describing it would be like a gay first date would be like going to a buffet versus me going to a restaurant, not knowing how to pronounce items on the menu and trying to not look stupid.
That's
Yeah, and I'm just putting everything on the
exactly
plate. I'm putting everything on the plate.
And I'm like, I'm not paying for this, right? And that's the girl perspective. Okay, as a boy
Yeah.
or even a man, what is the best outfit to wear on a first date?
Is it winter or summer?
Good question. You
Or just
choose.
neutral weather? We'll just go neutral weather.
Neutral.
Let's go neutral.
Spring, fall.
Spring, fall.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I would say not something too fancy because you don't want to come in too formal, but don't dress like a fucking schlub because on most accounts she'll probably put more effort in than you will anyway. Not like, oh, she'll do it anyway, but like, I don't know, try to show up because she'll probably show up in that sense, you know? So, but some casual, like, I don't know, like it maybe like this, but with like a nicer shirt, like a button-up shirt, and you know, and like, and it depends on where you're going and stuff, but not super formal, but something like, you know, like, like, yeah, kind of like,
No, I got you.
like a nice light jacket, a button-up shirt, but like jeans or something, and like not like shitty shoes, but not schmancy pants shoes, you know?
Wow,
Yeah, no
I
schmancy.
really miss the phrase schmancy pants. I haven't heard that in so long. That just touched my heart. Schmancy pants, of course.
We asked this question to so many girls, and that it just revealed to me like how much different it is for us. Like girls, it's like a NASCAR like state or like like they're
Yeah, it's like 3/4 sleeve blazer,
Right.
white jeans.
you're like this outfit, but a nice shirt. Yeah, it's
Nice.
I mean, you can't see. I've got on nice like brown slacks right now. You know, I don't know.
Nice.
If that helps. You know.
Yes.
But don't show up dressed like fucking Adam Sandler. You know, and like you're like, oh, I wore a nice watch. It's like, you know, who gives a shit? I don't know.
Such a good point you just snuck in there is that boys, your watch doesn't make your outfit.
Yeah. I see
The
dudes all the
watch.
time. I'm like, you look like you're in middle school gym class, and you think you got some fancy fucking phone and a watch or something like that's gonna like, I don't know.
Cancel out.
Yeah.
I think Apple Watches are one of the ugliest things in the world. Like they've never looked good. Only if you're like a super fitness guy and everything else is Adidas. That's the only way it could work.
Even then.
Well, then you're like, oh, he's like recording his heartbeat or whatever the fuck they do.
I don't care. You don't need to know that.
I feel like most wearable technology is a boner killer across the board.
100%.
Because it's listening to your boner. It literally is like, oh, sorry.
You're about to get a boner.
It's tracking your boner.
Yeah.
That is what it's doing.
Like the targeted ads, soon they'll be able to like detect your boner before you even get it. It's going to be like Minority Report. Okay? It's going to fucking give us away.
Well, another thing I think is funny is like when dudes will wear like, this is my nice baseball hat. And it'll just be like an all black baseball hat for something. Like, I mean, sure, under some circumstances that is your nice baseball hat. But I think it's funny when that's like, that's the nice item. That's the thing to like.
Yeah, this is the
hat.
It's like it's not a tiara, okay? Take off the hat.
Yeah,
Well, I try to never wear hats because I feel like it could reveal that maybe I'm bald.
Oh,
and even though I'm not bald, I don't even want someone to think that maybe that could be the case.
Gotcha. That's kind of like when people get really like plastic surgery and it's just like when they're young or whatever. And you're like, I'm just going to assume you're a lot older than you look because you don't even look young. You look like this other sort of manifestation
Timeless.
of whatever. Yeah.
I always
I'm
find
sure
that
there's people with good stuff that you don't notice, but the typical what I'm talking about, you're just like, no, I don't know. I don't know.
you
how
could
old
be
you are, but-
any age.
Yeah,
you could be
yeah.
a lizard.
Yeah, exactly. I remember my old landlord, she had it's all like, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, she could be 58 to 73. I really don't know. She
That's
just looks
awesome.
Like, she looks like the ghost from the beginning of Ghostbusters, that librarian.
You're actually selling it to women right now.
Yeah, you don't understand. I mean, I talk about it
Okay.
in my act where I'm like, I just want to look like the Predator with tits. Like, I want to just like as inhuman as possible.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
this woman achieved it. It was my old landlord from a while back. She had a
Aw, shout out.
bouffant also. She had a blonde bouffant.
Yes. Bring
I don't
back
know why I just saw
bouffants.
like Trump's mom in my head. I don't know why. Remember
It's
that?
not
Sure.
that.
Probably in that zone, yeah.
Okay, we have another question. We need to know this from you. Okay,
Sure.
because a lot of girlies who listen to this podcast, they have no idea what's going on with guys. So we would
Yeah.
need, what are some things girlies need to know to relate to guys, in your opinion?
I mean, the classic is like sports or whatever, but like, I think it's fun to watch sports with girls if they like it, but I don't,
You sounded
But-
so excited.
well, no, I mean, well, if someone's into it, then it's fun to watch something together, you know, but like, I don't know. It's nice when you find those like, these are like all general things, like that show Vanderpump Rules. Like I watched that and that was like, almost like I could talk to almost like, not any girl, but many. And it was like talking about like sports with them.
Yeah.
It was just as enthusiastic and like, oh, that shit, da 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 da, Sandoval, blah blah blah, and like anyway. But what was the question? What should they know, guys? I mean, sports is just like a bonehead simple answer, and that's like, there's plenty of women that like sports anyway. But like, I don't know, man.
Like what's your greatest interest that you wish a girl would ask you about? Like just know right off the bat.
That they never do.
Well,
is it cats?
People that are into sports don't like to talk about this either, but like I always end up talking about like uniform designs and stuff like that. Like I always think it's fun to talk about that. Like,
of the clothes of the players?
Yeah.
That's actually beautiful, because that's where women and men can meet in the middle, is that we're all looking at their butts, let's be honest.
Oh my God, yeah. Holy shit.
And the color, they really cut the color play, the color story of the field is exciting.
Yeah.
That is
I think
interesting.
The Cincinnati Bengals have the best helmets. They're the coolest helmets. And then
they're to die for.
They're absolutely to die for.
They're
Literally, they get
stripes.
CTE.
Oh, that's the Tiger Stripe team.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know where that was.
Yeah.
What sport that was even, but I know in my head the Tiger Stripe team.
Yeah, they got the coolest helmet, and for years they had like nice simple uniform, and then they went into this era where their uniforms became really busy. I was like, God damn it, guys, you got the nice busy helmet. Keep it slick and crisp with the uniform, like the all-white uniform. They have these all-white uniforms now that are awesome. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. They're back to more normal uniforms that I like now. But throughout most of the aughts, they had these terrible, really busy jerseys or orange jerseys. And I was like, that's too much orange, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they have these orange uniforms this year that I don't like.
I have a group of straight guy friends. Thank you very much. And they all watch sports. Thank you, Gabby. And that is exactly the way I can relate, where they're all watching the game, and then I'm just like, I like their outfits. Like, 'cause I don't know.
Well, then you and I
say.
could gab it up during the game. It's like when I used to go to like sports bars to watch, before you could like get illegal bands to watch games on or whatever. Like I'd go to a sports bar to watch, and a lot of times, like for years, the Bengals sucked, and then I would just be there with strangers and then be talking about it, and I'd be like, yeah, I like their uniforms in the late '80s more when they went to the Super Bowl, blah blah, and they would just be like, ugh. And then I'd be like, okay. And then I would order like a cherry Coke, and they'd be like lame, or I'd ask for a tea. And I know these
are cherry Coke or tea?
Wait, I think you'd do well with me and my friends.
But then the sports car would be like, ugh. So like I like that middle ground where I can talk with art school friends and watch, yeah.
There's nothing better than a cherry Coke.
Oh, it's
and
so
that's
good.
not up for debate.
No, that's
I don't drink it anymore, but that was in my top 3 all the time. His favorite. Yeah.
It's amazing. All right. Okay. So here's another question for you. Should you date a girl in business or the arts? General question.
For most of my life, it's been the arts, and anyone that's been in business also has an appreciation for the arts. So that's still lean arts, I think honestly, I just want someone who's creative with a good sense of humor. That's what I like. Yeah. And they all seem to fit that.
Creativity could look like anything.
It really could.
So I guess the answer would be art over business, but I think someone who's all business would get sick of me, honestly. They'd be like, I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, but you might be their muse.
Wait,
Maybe,
that's reverse. Why would the business guy have, or business girl have a muse?
Because like she's so straight-laced. Have you not seen a rom-com? She's so straight-laced. She like does everything by the books, and then you show her that life could be more than graphs and spreadsheets. Falls in love with you.
I guess I'm thinking about the more classical term of muse, which is like Picasso being the artist, and then some random girl.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh no. Just mean inspiration. I'm like I want to date strictly business because I do. Yeah, because I don't want you to know what I do. I want you to be like, wow, I can't believe you talk on stage, and then he makes $100,000 a year. Yeah, okay.
I think there's pros and cons to it. I think when someone's also in the arts, like there's certain things you're immediately like in sync with that you don't have to explain. Not that you have to explain, but like that you just get, which is nice. And then I think it's also nice when someone's totally not in that zone or not completely in that zone, because then kind of what you're talking about, it keeps it kind of like, oh, that's interesting what's going on over there. I'm not familiar with that for both parties. And then also there's not like, not even like an outright competition, but sort of like feeling like you want to be at least in the same zone or something. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I felt that way, but I feel like I've felt that towards me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That being said, one time I dated a guy, like a Wall Street guy, and he showed me a graph, and I was like, "Oh, I'm a monkey."
Yeah.
I was like, "How have I gotten this far doing my dumb jokes?" And then this guy is like, calculating the numbers of the world. And you're like, we're not compatible.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm just like, I'm good at this, and there's lots of things I'm really not good at, and you seem to excel at those.
Yeah, you're tapped into this whole other world that I know nothing about, but I could really vamp.
When you're talking to someone who has a real life normal job that is a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the arts, you could say it's a lot of walking blind through, hoping that things work out. You know, you're like collecting your job, where theirs is like a path that they do, and sometimes I'm jealous, so I like to hear what it's like from their perspective.
Well, it's nice because they have like tangible, for the most part, tangible like positions that they can just describe quickly. That might not even make sense to me. It's like, oh, I can't even think of fucking one, but I'm in
partner.
Human resources communication director. It's like, oh, okay. I guess you.
That could be anything.
Yeah, but they get to hang on to that position or that title for a while, presumably keeping the job at least for multiple years. Whereas in the arts, it's like either a self-proclaimed title just due to behavior you're putting out in the world or things you're doing, which is fine, but it's or like you'll be like, oh, right now I'm an actor on a show, I can say that. Oh, but I'm not shooting right now, so I guess I'm still that thing, but like I'm not doing it actively now because we wrapped. Or like, oh, I'm directing a movie, I'm a movie director, but then that was like 2 years ago I did that movie. So it's like, all right, am I not that anymore? I mean, I am, but like it's like people with like, lack of a better description, normal jobs. It's just like at least the name stays the same, or like you're at least actively doing said thing more often. And then in the arts, you run the risk of like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too neurotic about it, but it's like you sound like when you do, oh, I do X, Y, and Z, it kind of sounds like bullshit because you'll always meet people that bullshit about that. But then you're like, but I actually do that stuff. But then when someone's outside of the arts, you say that stuff and they're like, oh, have I seen anything you've worked on? And you're just you're like, probably not. It doesn't mean it's all like
that happens every time.
But I can name like 3 of the most famous movies right now or big things, and most people are like, well, I don't know, I go to 1 movie a year. And you're just like, all right, then why are you asking me? Like, yeah, I'm the star of Star Wars. That was me.
That was me.
And it's just so funny too, because then sometimes you're like badgered into being like, okay, I'll name some things maybe you've heard of, and they're like, no. And you're just like, why am I sticking in this position? I'm either going to come off like I'm some coy asshole who's like being like, I'm not going to tell you, it's a secret. Yeah. Or I'm going to like be badgered into giving you my resume and you're not going to know it. And then they're going to think like, oh, this guy must not do anything worthwhile. and it's just like, and then I look like some loser to this person that I don't even know. And then it's funny too, like a lot of times someone, like when they're like, if it's anything I've heard of, it'd be like, if I said, oh, I run a small business, and the person's like, what is it, Target?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then if you're like, no, oh, good luck with that, but people don't do that for that. Some reason it's like,
no,
so it's frustrating.
I think a pitfall, or one of the things about having like a career in the arts, is that, when you're a businessman, you work in any other field, you're an accountant, I wouldn't say you place worth on you. I think when you're a performer or an artist, it's like what you're selling is your identity. You know what I mean? You're selling yourself. So it's harder to not take things personally when something bad or when it happens. Where an accountant, like it could go bad and they're like, damn.
Bad day at work with all my numbers. Bad day at work.
Bad day for me. It's like, oh, they don't like me. They don't like
my vibe.
Have you guys
my essence.
Have you ever had someone like compliment you on something you did, then immediately like tell you about something you did that they didn't like, to kind of like, they'll be like, oh, I love that movie you were in, not into the show though, and you're just like, okay, thanks. And it's like,
you.
I think it's their way of trying to be like, I was being real about the compliment. It's not like I don't just give that away. Like,
yeah, just so you know, I lied before, but I'm telling the truth now.
Yeah.
And I think
Well, it'd just be like, it's like, yeah, man, I really like your shirt. Oh, thanks. Yeah, but I hate your shoes. It's like, okay.
Well, are
Could've
my
left that
shoes
part out,
ruining
like,
my shirt? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to, you don't have to wear either pair or whatever. Like,
Oh my, that's like when I would do plays in high school. Every play, my parents would be like, "That was great. The one before, though, what?" Like, I'm like,
man.
stop doing that. It's like every play.
I never did any plays in high school. I took one class freshman year. I was like, oh, cool, because I thought it would be like, oh, this is just like making videos with friends or something. And then I went to it, and then they were making us be like, what the hell are they saying? Like, oh, something about wet fabric on your face and imagining it. And I was like, what is this?
What the?
And then
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's not normal.
And then
Who
I was
signed you
just
up for
like-
that class? Yeah.
It was Jared.
Jared, no!
But anyway, halfway through the class,
It's gonna feel real.
I was like, I don't think this class is for me. And then I was just like, it was like a class. It wasn't even an official class. It was like an after school class. Just how Jared likes it. And then, then I was like, do you know what time it is? And they said whatever time it was. And I was like, oh shit, I was actually supposed to be home like 20 minutes ago. And then I just left and never went back. And then I took one acting class way later, and then I didn't like that either. Not that I know everything, I definitely don't, but the acting classes I've taken or had, I feel like they didn't work with me, and it was just like a big turnoff.
I found acting classes in LA to be absolutely insane.
It was like
there
a
was
weird self-help fucking place with like a
Yeah.
weird guru leader, and I was like, get me the hell out of here.
and we're not like that in New York. We're like, can we do the scenes we rehearsed? I'm 15 minutes late for something. Like it's
I
like
would way prefer that. That sounds like much better.
yeah.
As someone who went to acting school, I am almost like and I loved it. No regrets. I would never let my child go there. They are
Never.
like, you're right. They're doing like some psychotherapy in there that like, you know what I mean? Like make it like you'll have the professor stand up, drill into this young woman until she cries in front of the whole class. And then he's like, wow, did we all
Big
feel
breakthroughs
that?
today.
It's like, no, you just bullied her.
Yeah.
On the spot, so she cried. Like, I'm like, that's what happened.
Okay, we actually somehow have to wrap up because we've been
Whoa.
recording for 1 hour, if you could imagine.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
I know. It's really deeply sad when we come to this time. So our last segment, super quick. It's called Give Me Wings. It's we just sort of compliment blast you with as many compliments as we could think of, and then you actually do have to compliment us back legally.
Okay, legally. All right.
Yeah. So just start getting prepared for that. We're just gonna go super quick. Zach, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to start with you, Gabby. I love your new hair. Andre,
you.
you may not know this, but she's been a platinum blonde, and every time she switches her hair, it is a community problem. Okay.
Shiny and healthy.
Thank you.
Boom.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay. It looks red from here. You look like Blossom finally. You know what I mean? You're evolving to every Powerpuff Girl. You're amazing. Your skin looks amazing. And I think Edward, if you went to the Twilight High School, would pick you
Thanks.
over
He would
that bitch.
stop a car from crashing into you.
Stop.
He would not. He would let the car hit Kristen Stewart to talk to you.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh shit, that bitch died." Yeah,
Oh
like
my
that's
God,
what he would
that
be
was
like.
disgusting.
She'd be all like doing that stuff with her hair, and then she'd just get hit with the car.
Oh, fuck
Smushed
that
like
bitch.
a goddamn
Literally,
bug.
fuck that bitch. Seriously.
Okay. And now I'm gonna go to you, Andre. May I?
Sure.
Oh my God, I've been looking at your hair. I absolutely love it. You seem like an absolute sweetie, and not to freak you out, I would love to bring you home for Christmas. Okay.
Yes. You know what
seem
you
like
have, Andre? You have, I'm just going to jump in and we'll double team you. You have Christmas boyfriend energy. Have you ever gotten that
Definitely.
before?
I've never been told that. This is the first time.
That means it would be darling to see you in a kitchen with our parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My aunties would be literally spilling their rosé over. They'd be like, oh, wow. Like they would love your vibe. Okay.
Well, when I drink alcohol, the only things I drink are like sort of like cocktails or rosé. So I would do that, and then I could talk about sports uniforms with your parents. So
Oh, that's
Perfect.
see, you get
something
everything.
for mom and something for dad. You have
Yeah.
you have an angelic energy. I could see you sort of nurturing a chicken coop. I see you like
well, it'd be bad for the cats, but yeah,
that's true.
You'd keep them separate. You'd have chicken wire.
I'll keep them separate. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I could see you being like playing like a farmer in a children's TV show. In and that you have just pure electric energy.
Oh, okay, well, that's good. I mean, I want to work out on an Amish farm then with all the electricity though.
So true. You have fun in that shell, boy.
I really believe in, like, you could, if you wanted to, be the next Bob Ross. Like, you have a calming, fun energy where, like, it doesn't have to
I
be.
went to art school, so there you go.
I think I'm psychic. Okay, because like, look at that. Oh,
Yes,
I think you're amazing.
and just to really put the tag on it, your hair is amazing. Took my breath away.
Thanks.
Extraordinary, artful, beautiful, like a Renaissance king.
That's right. There you go.
yeah, bing bang boom.
That's right.
Well,
That's
thanks.
right.
You guys are both very symmetrical, nice looking people to look at on this Zoom call or whatever this app is. Wizard Radio Media, or no, that's not what it is. Anyway,
That's our network.
Whatever this interface is we're working on, you guys are looking both very symmetrical and nice.
Thank you.
And,
That rocks.
and ditto to the hair comment from about yourself earlier. It does look good. You guys are both very warm and fun to talk with. It actually does play like that description I got about being like, what was it saying? Like stuck up people from your junior high, but they end up being lovely or something. I didn't get stuck up, but the lovely part worked out. And then I think we were there. And I didn't expect to be showered with a round of compliments at the end of it. So thank you for
Feels
that.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Men love
Feels
it. Men never get that. Okay, doesn't it feel awesome?
It's pretty neat. I'll go home for Christmas with either of you guys. So yeah.
You're invited. I'm a juice, but so we'll have to make it work.
Well, the holidays, whatever.
I'll buy your
Just kidding. We
ticket.
celebrate Christmas.
I'll buy your ticket right now.
Double the presents. That's like my older brother and his wife. They do Hanukkah and Christmas. Those kids, man, lots of presents going around.
Yeah,
Wow,
but that
turn
being
that
said,
down.
just quickly to shit on Hanukkah, fucking what the hell? Worst presents, because you know why? Parents don't take it like you get a big present every day. No, you get a bunch of small presents for a long period of time, and it's always sucks. Fuck Hanukkah. Seriously, Christmas all the way.
We get all that shit in our stocking. We get all of that in one.
Yeah, you get those little presents as
Those
well.
stocking stuffers. That's true.
That's
true.
That's for the morning, and it's completely different stuff. It's utilities, and then the gifts
it's
are.
true. It'd be like
Yes.
a pen and like an orange and some chocolates and something else,
So
like maybe
sick.
a flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
always
think-
fun. Erasers.
Yeah.
My dad would always go to a gas station, and there'd be like Tic Tacs, a Slim Jim, like a magazine. I'm like, you got this at Citico. Like,
Magazine.
Don't Slim Jims taste like a burp.
They do.
very true. And they taste like
really
food
do.
when you burp. It's weird. It's reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's reverse. Okay, Andre, where can we find you?
I'd say the best place is on YouTube, or just there's a bunch of old segments and stuff I've done is on there, or on Instagram. That's the only one I actually am really active on. So at the Andre Hyland.
Oh, perfect. It was such a pleasure having you on.
Likewise.
Absolutely lovely and
Thanks
amazing
for
to
having
meet
me.
you.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, bye.